This is for District 5, but especially to town members in one of the 4 District 5 towns. The 4 towns are Bloomfield, West Hartford, Farmington, and Burlington. And my heart most goes out to one of them. Now, I'm a West Hartford boy. I live in Farmington now, went to camp in Bloomfield. It is Burlington who deserves our sympathy and the Senate's change, because you've been screwed by government. You who deal with Route 4 traffic unnecessarily backed up, and a state that really didn't even try to fix it. Oh, they made a slightly wider bridge. They turned 2 lanes into 3, not 4. They had construction that went 2 years almost to make that bridge. Oh, and then in the center of Farmington, they managed to just repair a sewer and add a shoulder. That took an extra 8 months. The Department of Transportation is not the friend of suburban communities. They're not. Look, they're the ones that, if Malloy had his way, would have spent $10 million to figure out where to place tolls. It doesn't take rocket scientists for this. And most importantly, the current legislature wants tolls when almost nobody who has to commute should. And we don't need them because, as I've said for a long time, we don't have a revenue problem. We have a spending problem. Tolls change the spending, but they penalize us. So what good are they? For a few extra shekels coming from New Yorkers, it is not worth penalizing people throughout the state of Connecticut that have to deal with this. Burlington especially, watch out. Current Democrats in the state Senate, they want tolls. And they actually want higher rush hour pricing. So if you work a 9 to 5 job or 8 to 6 job with a commute into Hartford, you're getting screwed. Okay, you're getting not only the tolls if they have their way, but the higher pricing of those tolls. I brought a much better revenue proposal to 3 members of the General Assembly. One of them happens to be Derek Slapp, and he's a bright guy. He seems like a decent guy, but he and the others, they didn't want to hear it because their mindset is, let's spend the way we're used to spending. That puts us in the hands of DOT and bureaucrats, and that is not good. Big government has an agenda that is not helpful to families. Derek is smart, nice, but like many progressives, wayward. Most progressive suburbanites are highly educated. But with that education, it goes towards theories that don't necessarily work. And I implore people, stop deferring to people with graduate degrees. They may have read Hegel and Nietzsche, but they want to apply it when they should be going to common sense modern America, or back it up with older America. How about Jefferson? Okay, how about Madison? How about the teachings of Martin Luther King? No, they tend to ignore that. And instead, there are the attitudes of, we're highly educated, we know better than you. Please stop deferring to them. When you see something backed up by research shows or a government study revealed, please treat this, at least initially, with disdain. The Connecticut Senate could be a beacon for making smart government, which is in most cases not big. That can be Democrats and Republicans who eschew statism in favor of individualism, because Americans grow their families, grow their businesses, grow their community organizations best without the interference of the government. I have other videos that take a look at all the depredations that government does. And usually they end up helping poor and middle income people, and the rich skate by. No wonder they don't really want to change the government greatly, because they can somewhat control it and they're largely beneficiaries. please open up to the chance that this new General Assembly could be a much better one. I'm Mark Stewart Greensten. Thanks for listening.